Giving a voice to the voiceless, we share the stories behind our freedoms and the ultimate sacrifice of those who protect us all. This is Patriots Inside the Wire.
Patriot is someone who was willing to give his life for his country and served honorably in Iraq.
Signed our names with no regrets. Only wanted to be the best that we could be. And we wanted this and nothing more than to be true down to the core. We thought we'd live forever, but when the full moon is bright and the wind blows just right, I can hear your voice on the wind.
I should have left it. I came back on the perfect day. But you know what? It's really more than
21 guns into the night till we meet again on the other side. 21 guns. This is goodbye till we meet again on the other side. Yeah, 21 guns.
Beautiful thing to see the family and friends come together and honor his life and his service to our country.
It's great to see you guys out here. This is awesome, really.
Welcome to the Patriots Inside the Wire broadcast, hosted by Gold Star mom, Tracy Two-Step.
Hey, how's it going out there, everyone? Patriots Inside the Wire. It is a Military Monday with the Gold Star Moms. Stand by. Miss Heather Baker's coming to the stage.
What's up, guys? How are you? What's up, Tracy?
I'm doing good. How are you?
I'm doing fabulous.
I love the jacket.
Like Texas. Thank you. I ran. I had to go get my jacket.
Yeah, this is Adam's.
My Smitty jacket.
Yep. We got Smitty and Two-Step in that. Oh, I love it. I love it.
Yeah.
It's his Ranger. Oh, Smitty. Yeah. Cool. Hey, everybody out there. We are the Gold Star Moms. And Smitty over here is Heather's son. Shout out for Smitty. Smitty check. Mine is Sergeant Two-Step. Right there's my faith. And right there he is with us. We are glad to have you. Please share, enjoy, get other people involved. We have music galore coming. We have
So excited.
Heather, like 3 concerts that are going. Like the musicians for the next few days are amazing. And tonight, everybody, you actually get someone on here that I'm telling you, it is rare to be able to get him out of a studio. It is rare to get him when he's not like all over putting on the Stop 22 tour. Thank you to the Brian Romans Foundation, Roman Warriors. Heroes Den, I know, is up and going. I'm excited about that, everybody. When we bring him in, he will go by his name. But I have my name for him. But I'm going to let him tell me what he'd like to go by. But Heather, I'm checking in on you, Mom. It's a Military Monday. We're out here. We're going to promote our veterans and our active duty.
That's right.
Our Gold Star families and our Patriots, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
We are here to support and encourage and lift up the troops and our veterans. We want you guys to know that you have a voice and we love you guys so, so much. That's why we're here, putting out our voice of opinion and, hey, liberty and justice for all. I'm excited about getting to hear and speak with our guest.
You know what? I'm going to go ahead and bring him up because we actually have someone else coming at the end. But tonight, it is all about this guest. Enjoy him while you get him like this. And if you're in Tennessee, please pay attention. These concerts that I'm talking about are in Tennessee, where I grew up, Heather. So I'm like reaching out to people. It's like, oh my gosh, I went to high school with these people. So
Oh my gosh.
what's up to everybody out there? McGavick High School, Overton, MTSU, Smyrna, Murfreesboro in the house, Columbia's in the house, Lebanon, Tennessee, Nashville. All right.
We love our Tennesseans.
Yeah. Hey, I'm half and half.
I'm all Texas girl.
Let's do it. Let's do it. Come on. Here he is, Mr. Malachi himself. How are you doing?
Malachi.
Hello.
How's it going?
I'm great. How are you ladies doing?
I
Fabulous.
am great.
Better now that you're here. Thank you so much for being here. I'm
Thanks
excited
for
to
having me.
hear your story and hear the music that you create
Thank you.
to inspire. So
Yeah, Tracy and I have been trying to do this for a while, and it's just like our schedules have not lined up. So I'm excited.
You're so Doc. Can I call you Doc on the show?
You can.
Okay. Everybody, Doc is what I call Doc. It's Malachias. You can find all of his music under his name, so you won't find his music under Doc. But Malachias, you have everything from Spotify. You name it, you can find your music in multiple areas, and your information's in here. We're going to make sure to get that out. And why don't we get into, you're a veteran, Doc. I mean, I always thank you and your wonderful family. And, you worked for the VA up until recently.
I did. I was a veteran service officer for Murray County, Tennessee, in Columbia, where I live, for about 4.5 years.
Wow. And now you get to do music full time.
Mm-hmm.
Your love, right?
I love it. Yeah.
I know. Doc, tell us a little bit about when you went in the military. Was there a reason? Was it like a family thing to do?
So I went in twice. I joined the Indiana Army National Guard when I was 19. I served for 9 years. I came in as a medic, and then 2 years later, I reclassed to 11 Bravo Infantry.
No way.
And then I took a platoon sergeant slot in a medical platoon my last year I was in. I got out of the guard and decided at that point, because I had just gotten married, I had started a band, like things were happening. The band was starting to take off, and what's up, Scotty Frazier?
Yeah.
That's my dude.
Music tonight in the house.
Oh, that guy. Yeah, so I joined, I got out and decided to focus on my music and things like that. And then we had a family business. The reason I went in the Guard was that we had a family business, and I still wanted to serve because it was a family tradition. So I went in the National Guard to start with. And then my dad passed away in August of 2004. And then subsequently, like a week after the funeral, our bankers came in and said, hey, when do you normally shut down for the year? And we're like, November, we usually do a transition from, mowing, landscaping, all that, to getting ready for snow plowing and things. And they said, well, when you shut down at Thanksgiving, we're going to go and take everything. So they closed us down. They took the business. I ended up homeless with a wife and 3 kids. My band fell apart. Like everything's kind of crashed and burned all at once. Ended up sleeping on the floor at my mom's single wide trailer, where we used the furnace and the stove to heat the house in the wintertime because it was so cold in the winter. It was a single wide 1971.
Oh yeah.
trailer.
Paper
Yeah.
thin.
Oh yeah. You can hear the wind blow outside. So,
For sure.
and I looked at my wife after about a year of this, and I was like, I can't do this. We can't do this more. Like, I don't want to cut grass for anybody. I'm sick of mowing grass for people. Music isn't paying the bills. And the only thing else I can do is the military. And she was like, okay, fine. And I went and saw a recruiter, and this is 2005, towards the end of 2005. And then I re-enlisted active duty Army and ended up at Fort Stewart, Georgia with the 3rd Infantry Division. And I deployed. So the first time I enlisted out of a sense of like family tradition. And to be completely just transparent with everyone, the second time I was homeless, and I had a wife and 3 kids, and I needed food, I needed shelter, I needed insurance, I needed all the things. So I joined the military a second time because I needed some stability. And so from that, I was at Fort Stewart. I was there for 11 months. And then I ended up on a plane to Iraq for 15 months. And I was a medic in Iraq. And then they found out in Iraq, oh, you used to be at 11 Bravo Infantry. And I was like, yes, I did. You're a squad leader. So I did both jobs. I did my infantry job and medic job in Iraq for 15 months. Came home, spent 9 months home, and then went back to Iraq for 13 months with the Army band as a vocalist. And then came home and found out and I didn't recertify my EMT license when I was deployed, so it expired, and so I was no longer MLS qualified, and the Army was going to kick me out. I was actually in the process of getting chaptered when a bunch of things happened, and I ended up getting entered into a med board, and then I was medically retired for PTSD, traumatic brain injury, tinnitus, hearing loss, all the things. And then ended up came to Tennessee. I wrote a book and came to Tennessee on accident. I'm originally from Indiana, and our goal was to actually retire in Florida. And my publisher, Trademarker Publishing, was from Franklin, Tennessee, and he invited us to come up for a 4-day weekend and just check it out and just look around. And we did, and we found a house. I was offered a job. Like, kind of God just put everything I needed on a plate and was like, here you go. And I looked at my wife, who, like, she still to this day wants to go to Florida, right? But when we got here, she was just like, yeah, I know. I'm like, okay. And so we got here, and then 10 years from 06 to 16, we went from homeless to, I bought a 22-acre farm. So
Amazing.
Shout out for your wife, by the way. I know her too. Love her. She's amazing.
She's awesome.
Doc, you left something out. I want to bring it up. I met Doc when Doc does the Stop 22 tour. We'll get into a little bit of that. We do have our second guest that will be coming up, everyone. She's backstage, and she is going to just blow you away with everything she does. But Doc does the Warrior Garden, and we met because Columbia, Tennessee is where my little brother that I helped raise, owns a lot of that property there in Columbia, and I've been there many times. And unfortunately, when he took his life, I was talking to our blood brother up there who popped in music, and he said, you know what? Do you know Doc? And I'm like, no. And he's like, are you kidding me? And I was like, no, I'm not kidding. Actually, not right now. And he was like, you and Doc. And so for everyone out there to know, Doc, I met him, and he immediately picked up that phone and was like, I'm here. And to be a Gold Star mom, number one, and to connect with a veteran, I know I say it on every show, but it is so true. In our hearts, it's like we found a home.
Absolutely.
We found a unit. We found somewhere that, like, we can fit in if we want to. Now, maybe everybody doesn't want to, but I feel like it just feels just right for me.
Yeah. I feel like I can relate. Yeah.
Like, we're back, like, doing like what our sons, right? They did this. They brought us into this, and I'm comfortable there. And so, Heather, it's exactly how you say it. It's to me, it feels like home to me. Now, Warrior Garden, this is the reason I'm bringing it up, because I don't want him to sell himself short here. The Warrior Garden. So
I saw that. I was checking out your Facebook page probably, and I was like checking out like all the stuff that you do. So follow the link.
There's a lot.
Your gardens. I'm so interested in that. Tell us about that.
So I was in the process of being retired, and I was my publisher at the time was like, he was going to bring a film crew down to Savannah to film a documentary on how I was using music as a way to cope with trauma. And so we filled out all this paperwork with the Army to request permission to do all these things. And like 6 months later, I get a phone call going, hey, we need you to come to Building 1 to talk to this colonel at PAO, which is Public Affairs Office. Mm-hmm. All right, cool. I'm on my way. So I run up there, and he's like, tell me about this documentary. This sounds really cool. And so I'm laying it out. Like, I'm so excited. I'm like, it's all this stuff, and we're going to do this. And I wrote all new music. We booked a studio. They're they're going to the airport tomorrow to buy tickets. All these things are going to happen. And he's like, man, he sets me up so good, right? He goes, that is amazing. I wish we could let you do it. I'm like, wait, what? And so I had to I had to run outside because I have no signal in the building. I had to run outside and just be like, hey, canceled, stop, don't buy tickets, whatever. So I get on the phone with him the very next day. And I was like, hey, man, so this is what happened, all the things. I'm like, I'm kind of just I'm fed up over it. I don't know what to do. And he goes, man, you should write a book. And I was like, what? And he was like, you should write a book. He goes, if you write it, I'll publish it. And I was like, dude, I'm a high school, I have a GED. Like who the heck is going to read that? You know what I mean? Like, I'm not a sergeant major. I'm not a colonel. I'm not a general. Like, I'm a sergeant and I have a GED. And he was like, just write it. And so I don't know if anybody's ever done this, but I wrote a book out of spite to prove to him that it wouldn't go anywhere. And A Warrior's Garden has now been sold in 7 or 8 countries. I flew to China in 2016 because the Chinese government wanted me to come over and speak on using agriculture as a way to mitigate suicide. Hey, Michelle.
Yeah. Hey, Michelle.
And then I did, so I came to Tennessee and my book, A Warrior's Garden, is all it's really the book is about finding a holistic path to treatment, right? Whatever that is for you. It's about getting off the couch, getting active in your healing, all of that, right? And then
I need to read this book.
and then the book has turned into a nonprofit, which we named Warfighter Gardens. And Warfighter Gardens is we build therapy gardens for veterans, first responders, and Gold Star families. And I like to include the Gold Star families because I really feel like one area where we fail as a group, as veterans and as warfighters, is we all reach left and right. You know what I mean? But reaching back and pulling everybody back up with us, right? So it's like the Gold Star family sometimes gets left behind where they're just like, hey, I'm over here, and so we reach out and go, hey, like one of the songs you're going to play tonight is I wrote specifically for Gold Star families. And it's really about just reaching out and going, hey, I got you, come here.
Yeah. Thank you. So meaningful.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
And then and that turned into like, it's just really morphed. It's like snowballed. It's one thing after another, right? It builds on each other. And then, Warfighter Gardens is now, I've partnered with Stop 22. I've partnered with the Roman Warriors Foundation, with Label 22, with Sergeant Records, and the goal was really just to expand the network of how do we increase our footprint to help other people. Warfighter Gardens is, I've got my board of directors, I got my board of advisors, and nobody takes a dime. Nobody gets paid. You know what I mean? Like it's all 100% voluntary.
Yeah.
We all find our own time, our own way to do it. We've built 56 gardens in 8 states. We built a community garden in Indiana, and then we built a community garden here. The community garden here where I'm at in Columbia is actually on our farm. It's a 50-foot by 30-foot American flag raised bed garden. It was an Eagle Scout project as well.
Mm-hmm. I can see that.
And it's just, it's really just like that. That's really where it went from. I had a desire to join to I was homeless and I needed something to do. And then it turned into, I got to find another way to do this because I was taking the medications. I was going to therapy. I went in and I this is the one part of the story I like to tell a lot is I went into my therapist after 2 years of going to therapy and like 6 different therapists. Cause every time I would start getting real about what I had gone through, I would end up with a new therapist because they couldn't handle it. And then I finally get one that sticks around for a long time. And I'm like, look, man, like I come in every month. I look at you. I pour my heart out. I tell you things I don't want to tell my wife because I don't want to see the look on her face when I tell her what I had to do in combat as a medic, and I don't know what to do. Like all you do is type on your computer and say, see you next week. Like, what am I supposed to do? And she looks me square in the face. Like, no, I mean, it was like, I don't know, get a dog, start a garden.
Oh my God.
I lost my brain. I flipped my chair. I cussed her out. I walked out. I had some officer.
That's a very insensitive, but
so flippant,
also, wow, look at what that has done.
I got home that day.
From experience that get a dog is a good thing to do.
Well, so I go home that day and I go, hey, my therapist said get a dog. And my wife goes, you're not getting a dog. I have 2 now, by the way. I have a service dog.
Me, it was like,
yeah.
Then I bought a Belgian Malinois.
And then and she goes, what else did your therapist say? And she's like, what? And I'm like, start a garden. And she was like, let's go. Now, mind you, we live on post in military housing. And we drove to Lowe's that night in Hinesville, Georgia. I bought lumber, I bought seed, I bought dirt. We came back to our house on post, out into our backyard, and I built a 4 foot by 4 foot raised bed while she held 2 flashlights.
That's
And
awesome.
it turned into 3 4 foot by 4 foot raised beds. It turned into 2 blueberry bushes, 4 25-gallon containers, 5 5-gallon containers, and a bunch of hanging stuff off the back thing. And then some lady from the Balfour Beatty community comes over and goes, "Hey, what is all this?" And this is my therapy garden. I've got PTSD. She's like, "I'm sorry." So we had it until we left, and then we came to Tennessee, and I started building gardens for everybody else.
Yeah, it's amazing. It really is, Doc. So, Doc, man, your music. I love your music. Number one, I have been to the Stop 22. You and Chris Turner. Yeah, Chris Turner. I was just on with us recently.
One of my best friends.
Love him.
Yes.
Yep. Yeah. I call y'all are like my brothers. So
He's
between
awesome.
you and Turner, I got to be careful because I don't have favorites. I just have like brothers, people I've actually met in person, right?
Right.
Not on social media. So there are a few of y'all that I have, and you've just been great, and not just you, but your family. So that's why I was like, please tell your wife hello.
I will.
She has the most amazing setup, and I'm not going to say anything after that, but I'm like, have her ready to go when I get to Tennessee, because I like her setup, man. She knows what she's doing. So smart lady right there.
She's pretty awesome.
So she really is.
We just
have
celebrated 22 years of marriage. So
That's amazing.
Congratulations, Doc.
thank you.
Yeah. That's like amazing. I'm not kidding. Military, like gold star right across the board. I'm not even talking about the regular old life, right?
Yeah.
Like
She's
that
been through
is
homelessness with me, addiction with me, trauma
like Michelle
with me.
says.
Woman.
Congratulations.
God bless her.
Yep. Chris Turner too. Looks like Michelle and I need to meet. Michelle and I have the same brothers. Love it. And she loves your story. So Stop 22. Doc, Chris Turner. We've got stuff coming up there. I'll be in at the Mockingbird where Chris Turner and Sal Gonzalez, which
Oh, I
are
love
both
those guys.
playing at Hero Stock.
Mhm.
And then we've got Hero Stock is the big reason that we are going to do multiple shows, and that Tree of Valor is backstage, and she has been there. But I mean, shout out to Hero Stock, right? I mean, they've already done a few shows. They're rolling into Tennessee, in Lebanon, Tennessee, Doc. And so being from there, you're there right now. So it's like we got a hold of Black River. We have Hastings coming on Wednesday. We have Mike Coronado. We have now Derek. Derek Stoner is
Oh, I
coming
love
in.
Derek.
Oh my gosh, Doc, his music. Like,
Yep.
I'm not going to do the 1, 2, 3 on the music. Y'all are all my friends, but
His story, he's got a great story too, though. Like,
I was pleasantly surprised. I am so excited. I just can't wait. I hope I get Heather there. But Hero Stock in Lebanon, Tennessee is worth it, y'all. Listen to me. I know my Tennessee people are going, we don't go downtown because it's like a commercialized area right now. Hey, I'll go to Redneck Riviera or Tootsie's. But
right.
listen, y'all, it is worth the drive. It's not like you're standing out in the heat. They have it set up to where you're going to just love it. So
Oh, yeah.
You're not going to be in this commercial zone of bridal things going on downtown. You're going to be with veterans that are playing music, the OGs. Some are new, but they are OGs. They are setting up this beautiful thing for us at Hero Stock for civilians, for patriots, for our veterans and our Gold Star families, firefighters, and police. You get in free to Hero Stock in Lebanon, Tennessee. We have our veterans coming out. Shoot, some of them are coming pretty far, but Doc is playing Hero Stock. So that's the reason I'm bringing it up. You can see Doc, and I promise I will show up. I'm speaking right now to a certain group of people who've been trying to do a reunion in Tennessee. But for multiple reasons, it didn't happen. So here's your reunion. That's what I'm going to tell you. Meet me at Hero Stock in Lebanon, Tennessee.
Sounds like a
there
great
you go.
idea.
There you go.
You'll find me there. Not that I'm important, but instead of a high school reunion, I will see you at Hero Stock. How about that?
There you go.
Right. Yeah, and shout out to Black River. Black River Entertainment has been so helpful. We got a lot coming up for the next few days. Doc, you and your music, it's medicinal. There's just a therapeutic way that just heals my heart when it comes to music. I would like to see, would you like Trio Valor to go ahead and come in and then play for us all? Because I'll end up pulling us and letting you play for the audience. It is totally up to you.
I'm very, very flexible. I'm like Gumby. You know what I mean? So
Okay. Well, have you met Trio Valor before?
I don't know that I have.
Okay. You got it. Heather, let's bring her in and let her say hi. And then we will get you your live music. Don't y'all leave. You've got some live music that is amazing. All right. Lori is coming on. Lori is with Trio Valor. There she is. Hi. How are you?
Using my phone today, so I hopefully this works. But when we're at the gallery, we do not have good internet here, so the only way we can do it, and it's just the best place to do it, even though I can't see much of what's going on.
Okay. Well, as long as you can hear us, it looks beautiful. I see trees all behind you. I have pictures too, so I got in here and was like, you know what? I want to show a couple of things. And in our next shows, by the way, Lori, this is Doc beside you, Mr. Malachi. Do you know Doc, Lori?
I do not.
Okay. You're going to meet him. Lori has been to Hero Stock. Lori sets up Heather and recognizes our fallen. And so Heather and I are both Gold Star moms, Lori. And so I can't wait to meet you.
Us too, but I do have a picture of her son, but I do not have a picture of yours. So
you do?
Well, that's interesting. He's behind me. Oh, he's up there too. It's Sergeant Two Step. He's you can probably pull it all over, ironically. But I will definitely get you one of those, and I'll be there. So I'll have his picture with me. Hi.
And Amber,
how are you?
Wants to make it right now, so I want you to send it to us because we're literally right now and get it put on a tree.
Okay. So you just have to
we've got Caleb.
Picture real quick.
Yeah, so we've got Caleb.
That is so awesome.
I know, right? So what I can say is our producer is backstage, Lori. And our email is info@patriotsinsidethewire.com, everyone. info@patriotsinsidethewire.com.
Okay.
Send us an email. Say, send me a picture of Sergeant Two Step, please, right now.
Okay. So, Amber, you're supposed to send an email to, send an email. No, Amber just came back out. To info@patriotsinsidethewire.com.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. The name of the show, Patriots Inside the Wire. So just info@patriotsinsidethewire.com for everyone out there listening. I have his picture all over. There he is. I don't know if you can see it there, Lori, but I definitely have it. Here's him and his buddies in Iraq. Yep. You will. I've got multiple versions.
A great picture. I love that picture.
You like that one? Yeah. I do a lot of work with Memories of Honor. I work a lot with them, Lori. Lori, are you located in Tennessee?
No, we're in North Carolina.
Okay. Well,
we're actually here today.
And so you're setting up
for Hero Stock.
So tell us about the trees.
So I'm actually here today with Amber and with my husband, Scott.
Hi, Scott.
Wearing his Hero Stock hat, right? And Amber's going to go ahead and she's going to send the email over so that we can go ahead and get Smitty's picture up while we're talking to you. So
and Two Step. You got Smitty and you got Two Step. Our kids they look alike too. Oh my gosh, Heather, look at that.
A different picture.
I swear I didn't know. I didn't know. I promise, Heather. I'm like, that's not a coincidence, but there's
But-
Caleb.
It's funny, but Heather and I were texting like last week about us coming to Texas, but I did not put it together that you were that Heather.
Oh my goodness.
Remember that?
That is amazing. Yes, I do.
I like
nice
when I
to meet
connect
you,
people.
ma'am. Thank
Right.
you. Thank you for what you. I remember our conversation now. Yes.
Well,
Wow,
Lori,
so cool. I'm so glad that you're doing this. What a blessing it is, what you do, and to help
it is.
our kids not be forgotten, and to have a place with their brothers and sisters together. I love it. I love what you guys do. Thank you so much. And it sounds like you guys will be at this music
Hero
festival.
Yep.
And
We went to the first Hero Stock they had last year in Nebraska. So we went there, and then we just went to Rolla, and we're going to go to the other Hero Stocks as well. The big need that we have, the same as everyone else, is you have to have someone to sponsor you to get there, because we're a tribute that never charges. We never ask anyone to pay for us to come, because we feel like your kids already paid the price. We feel like he's already paid the price. And all we ask is for the rest of America to give us a place to sleep and get us gas there, because it does take 12 tanks of gas to get to Nebraska. Right. So, I'm not like financially wealthy or like independently wealthy, whatever.
You're not. You didn't hit the lotto. I need it.
Yeah. And so sometimes we literally don't have the money
I
for
know.
the events until the week of. It is the crazy. Our board hates it. I totally appreciate that they hate it. God has repeatedly said to me, this isn't your project, it's mine. And the money will come when I say it's going to come. And because it always comes as a giant miracle, you can't give anyone else credit. Right.
Yeah.
And that's how it's, until we get some big sponsor like Budweiser, somebody like that, this is how it'll continue to be. But if it means that people get to see that God's in charge of what we do, then.
So, what was your reason to start this project?
So see this family tree behind us, this red and blue tree.
I got one pulled up right here.
We're actually going to put this up here.
Is that Caleb, Heather?
Can you see these trees?
No, it looked like him though.
So these are all, I don't know if you can see these at all. These are all family trees. So can you see it?
Yes, ma'am.
So see how it says Kohler?
Yes.
So that means everybody you see on this tree belongs to that family.
That is amazing.
So each one of these trees, now we don't have them all labeled yet, but as far as like the first family here is South Carolina. So each of these families is from a different state. So Jason Steiner, this is his family. Can you see that one?
Yeah. Yeah. Shout out to Hero Stock. He is the president of Hero Stock.
I can't see Jason well. He's down there on the side.
Yeah.
I don't know if there's like a glare on the glass or not. But so these trees, this is actually my family tree right here, this red and blue one. This one with the red and blue lights. So we just started like a family tree, except it wasn't even a tree. We just made pictures of our family and friends who were serving. He was about to be deployed, and he was.
I love that.
And we just wanted him to. So we wanted him to see what his legacy was, right? We wanted him to see what his support team was. So we ended up just him coming home, and we didn't actually know what we were doing with the pictures at that moment. And it turned out that after he left, that became our Christmas tree that year. And it was the most beautiful tree we ever had. And then once Christmas was over, I'm going to show you the picture that he sent to us. We're actually going in the gallery now, which has a lot of trees everywhere.
I'm looking for his I want the family picture. There's so many pictures everywhere, but I don't even know where that picture is. The big picture was Josh, the big family.
Yeah. We can actually see very well.
Can you? Well, you know the one.
Yeah, I can actually see it very well. And I have a couple pictures too, so I'll help you out.
Where are you at in North Carolina?
Good question, Doc.
I know.
Lori.
Burlington, North Carolina.
Burlington. Okay.
Where are you at again?
I'm an hour south of Nashville, Tennessee.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. So he sent us a picture that had him and all his comrades on it, and it just said family at the bottom of it. And it was at that moment that we realized that, like, our search for people who served that were family just changed at that moment. And
That's right. There you go.
every day, God just kept giving us another picture of a veteran, or we'd meet another veteran.
Mm-hmm.
And by like Halloween of that year, my daughter she was missing him. She was missing him terribly. I'm going to show you a picture of her because she is literally like the funniest little ham. I don't know if you can see that well.
Mm-hmm. We can. I have a video of that, Lori. I can. I do, yeah.
She is kind of
beautiful.
Taken over the project in so many different ways.
Aw.
Hard to even explain it. But there's healing in here that I can't explain to you.
Yeah.
I feel it feels very touching, and for me as a mom to know that my son is over there with you guys right now with all of his battle brothers and sisters.
And the neat thing is, though, that a lot of people feel like this is just this sad, well, it's not a neat thing, but they're mistaken when they think that it's a sad place, right? That everyone here is gone, but they're not. So this World War II tree, right, has people on it who are gone.
It's just the legacy.
Right, like Woody Williams, right? But then you have people who aren't gone, who we just, was just on a triad honor flight, right? So
I love it.
Or other World War II veterans, that Lexi has met. So it's a great place for people to bring their family. They'll send me the picture first, and then they'll bring their dad or their grandpa and surprise him or her.
Yeah.
And looking around, and then all of a sudden they see themselves. There's one story on TikTok of this one gentleman that his daughter brought him, and he was like, "Oh my gosh, that looks like my dad." And she said, "Dad, that is your dad." And he was like, "What? Oh my gosh." He's like, "You're going to make me cry." And then he really was having a hard time not crying. And then he went and his dad was on the Korean War tree. And then he walked over, he's found himself on the Vietnam tree. Oh my gosh. It was just really, it's like a present that doesn't cost you any money. It really,
beautiful, Lori. I have a couple here. So I was showing that earlier and I was like, man, that looks like Caleb, the kid on there.
Oh my gosh, is that him?
Which one?
It resembles him. I've got a white tree and it says "Heroes We Lost." Yeah, it looks like Caleb is on it.
Well,
yeah,
honest people.
It is not him, but it looks just like him. Gosh.
And then I have this as a surprise, y'all. Y'all want to see it?
Yeah.
I don't know if you can see it, Lori, but here we go. Who's that?
Oh my gosh, we love him.
Yeah, that's you. This is Lori from Tree of Valor with Mr. Scotty Hastings headlining Hero Stock right there. That's you.
He did. Oh my gosh, we love him. He did this thing. He actually sent Lexi, when we met him, a pic with that has his name on it. He uses one, to play the guitar, obviously, but that's specially made. And so I've gotten her a ukulele, a little red ukulele, because she loves music. And we're really hoping that we can bring her to Hero Stock, God willing, so that she can meet him and everyone else.
Nice.
Because she would, oh my God, her favorite song is the national anthem. She literally all but jumps out of the wheelchair when you play it, when she hears it. It doesn't matter when it is or who's singing it, unless it's bad. Then she makes this stank face. Produces. So that means she has like perfect.
You either nail it or you don't.
Right?
You are
Scary
All
one.
the songs to sing.
she has no poker face. Okay. And so you will know it, that it is going.
I love that. I love it.
And so, but when she hears Scotty come on, it's like the national anthem to her.
Yeah,
Aw.
that's so
And he's such a good dude. He's got such a big heart. He's like one of the
He does.
just a gentle giant too. Like he's just amazing.
Really,
Well,
really.
y'all, he will be on Wednesday night, so we'll get into Hastings on Wednesday. He is coming on, and so is Hero Stocks. We've got a few coming Wednesday. Lori, you haven't met Doc yet, but you will meet him at Hero Stock, and there's also Stop 22. So I'll be there, so I don't know when you get in, but on the back channel, why don't we get in touch with each other?
Okay.
And we can chat about when you're getting in and all that. I am from Tennessee. I have not been to Lebanon, but it's better than trolling around downtown through the commercial areas. And we've got some AC, everybody, air conditioning. So make sure we say that. We do have all of that taken care of at this concert for Hero Stock. I have a story about trees. Heather, do you remember when you first met me coming into my house?
Okay.
Do you remember?
I don't.
No. So the last time I got to see my kid was my son, Sergeant Two-Step. I had a cancer surgery, and I'll make this quick. And he came home. They went and got him out of the field, literally. The second time it was Christmas, and something was nagging at me. And I was like, you got to come home. And he's like, Mom, I'm going to Afghanistan. And I was like, I know, but I need you to come home, honey. So he came home, and I remember taking him to the airport, and that's the last time I saw him. I didn't take down my Christmas tree for 5 or 6 years.
Yeah.
And I still keep a little tree up. And anybody that walks my house is like, why do you have a Christmas tree up? And I'm like, I used to answer. Now I just kind of look and go, because I want to.
Yeah.
Wow.
I mean, that's why. Because, I mean, it has continued to like, yeah, but it's not. And I'm like, it's all good, man. I love it. It's mine, and I like it. I want it there.
And I love that story. So I'm glad you shared. It does cause confusion.
It is nice to meet you. I am glad I'm not the only person that's representing the trees out there with our heroes.
Well, actually, since you're from Tennessee, you guys will have a special appreciation for this. So Amber and I just we went to Missouri to Rolla. We went to Missouri, and then we came home and we went to Nashville, and we went into, is it Gaylord's?
Yep.
I'd never been. Okay. And you have to understand, you have to hear this story. So my dream that is going to come true is for all of this that you see, these are all artificial, is to have a giant conservatory of live trees. So I went into the Gaylords, went to Gaylords, and Amber, did I not start crying?
Yeah.
She has these pictures of me, just like, I wish I had one to show you. You should send that to them. It's the sweetest picture. I'm like literally completely it's like seeing your 3D, right? Because all I could picture was standing there pretending all those trees were actually evergreens. And instead of people, there's like that boat that goes around, right? And there was all those like suites that went all around the whole building. All I could picture were like Gold Star families and military families being in those suites. And these trees were not tropical. They were like they were like my trees. And you guys were like watching whatever you were watching, the Scotty Hage things, the docs, you're watching them sing in the middle of this amazing place. And I couldn't even keep it together. I couldn't keep it together because I'd never seen like my dream that I've had in my mind. See it in front of me like that was absolutely incredible. I'm like, these are tropical, but there's no reason these trees could not be evergreen trees, right? Covered in the photos of our veterans and our fallen veterans. It would be the most beautiful thing to see. So that's my dream.
I love that's such a beautiful picture.
I mean, isn't it?
Of giving back and like, thank you so much for what you do. Thank you.
I mean, even that little boat that's going around, they were giving tours, and I'm like, you people, you want to know what a real tour is? You just wait. We can have that tour, right? Except, that little boat has to be wheelchair accessible, because I bet that boat isn't, because I'm very big into things being, exclusive
for everyone, yeah.
World War II veteran or that Purple Heart veteran or whoever, because the world's not made for them. It's just not. And so that really, sticks a bug up my crawl. It does. And so I really feel passionately about that. And Amber's trying. Did you send the picture? Oh, she sent them. She just sent you the picture.
Thank you. Well, thank you for what you're doing. But Lori, I cannot wait to see you in person. I'll be seeing you there soon. So touch base on the back channel. We've got Malachias standing by for some live music.
Okay.
We definitely want you to hear him. So if you want to stand by with us, we'd love to do that. I'm going to pull down some people so he can play.
Okay.
Thank you, Brent. Brent here is very passionate about helping everything be accessible. We talk a lot about that on our show. So I'll have to do a segment where I get you on and we can do a full story. And that would be incredible. So thank you for what you do. It touches my heart, literally, because I am the Christmas tree woman that is like, Tracy, you need to take down your tree. And I'm like, no it's
way.
for personal reasons.
I love it.
So I do finally have a little tree. So I can't wait to meet you. I want you to hear Doc. Doc is going to turn into another one of those for you that you're going to be like, oh my goodness, Doc, you're going to get a tree. So, yeah, he's got his garden.
While Doc is singing, can I show you? Can I scroll around to our 22 a day chairs while he's singing?
Oh my
yes.
gosh.
Yes, please. Yes, please.
Yes. And we have Doc's pictures too. So y'all just tell me what you want.
Okay, I'm trying to think if there's a way for me to turn this around. I don't know if I can.
What are you gonna play for us, Doc?
Well, I'm gonna let Tracy pick.
Okay.
I have two of them on deck for you. One of them is the title of my book, A Warrior's Garden.
Well, do we have time for both of them?
Do we have time for two?
We have time for both of them.
We do.
Okay, and then the second one. Well, then I'll just play them both. Why not? Okay.
Okay.
So I will start with my brand new. We did a soft release on this song.
What are we starting with?
And this is No Dad of Mine.
Okay.
And so this is this was the first song that I ever wrote the song, like other than just the lyrics. Like I wrote the music, I wrote the lyrics, I wrote all of it. And then I contacted my buddy and said, hey, flesh this out, make it professional. And the funny thing was I wrote this 3 days after I had all my teeth pulled. And I was sitting there with, temporary dentures and implants and all this stuff going crazy in my mouth. But I wrote this song because I was raised by a man where nothing I ever did was right. Nothing was ever good enough, and then I found out at 13 years old, I was adopted. And then I met my birth mother when I was 18, 19 years old, and then wish I'd never had. The mom that adopted me was just a saint. And how, with my birth mother, everything was about her. It was never about us or trying to develop a relationship. And then I, realized that there's a lot of, we're just broken people trying to raise broken people, you know what I mean? And make sure they're a little less broken than we are. Right. Yep. And so the song is really it's about my dad. It's about my birth mother. And then it's about the father that I hope to become. It's called No Dad of Mine.
You got it.
father told me, never give up, son. Give it all you got. Take a shot and run. Life won't be easy if you want to be the one. Keep your head down and keep on running for that finish line. But that was just a dream. That was no dad of mine. Nothing that I did was good enough, and he wouldn't make the time. I did the best that I could, and he made it feel like a crime. My mama told me I was a favorite son. I could do no wrong. Life was full of fun. Girls will be lining up and you'll be the one. Keep your head down and keep on running for that finish line. But that was just a dream. That was no mama mine. Nothing that I did was good enough, and she wouldn't make the time. I did the best that I could, and she made it feel like a crime. I told my children, never give up. You only get one chance at life, so give it all you got. I'll be here if you fall to dust you off. Keep your steady stance and take aim and give it your best shot. And I dreamt my kids would say, I love that dad of mine. Everything I did was good enough, and he always made the time. We did the best that we could, and he made everything all right. But the truth of the story is, I'm not the perfect dad. I did the best that I could to give them all I had.
Amazing, 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 amazing. I was making sure that we saw you, Doc, and Tree of Valor. So Heather and I were just watching you walk around and show you, and Doc, your music, along with she was showing those pictures. I don't know if you could see that, but that
I had a
was
hard
beautiful.
time getting through that one. No. Those are some beautiful
Well, I
photos.
have your pictures for your next song, but that Lori, that was beautiful and amazing. Thank you so much.
So the 22 a day chairs that I just wanted to tell you, those are the ones that Scott always sets up the chairs for like every event, but I didn't show them because I didn't feel like they went with that song. I didn't know what his next song was, so I thought, well, I'll wait in case he wanted them for that song because I didn't know.
No, that's perfect. It'll be perfect for this next one.
Okay.
And so, part of what I do, and it's like a perfect lead into this is, and like Tracy was there when I did it, was at every show I play, everything that I perform, everything I do, I'm going to do one at Hero Stock. But I do what's called a Spartan Pledge at every event that I'm a part of. I'm the state coordinator for the state of Tennessee for the Spartan Pledge. And it was written by a really good friend of mine, Boone Cutler, who's the founder of the Spartan Pledge. But it's 2 sentences. I will not take my own life by my own hand until I talk to my battle buddy first. My mission is to find a mission and support my warfighter family. And what it is, as veterans, as warfighters, we lived our life by a code and by oath, right? And so what we do is we take another oath that I'm going to reach out for help. When I'm in the darkest spot in my life, when I'm in that worst place, that horrible spot, I'm going to pick up the phone. I'm going to call you. I'm going to text you. I'm going to ask for help, right? Hey, it's me. Spartan pledge, call me back. Right. And part of that oath is that we acknowledge the fact that, hey, we can't always answer the phone every single time. Right.
Right.
So while I'm waiting, because not everybody can answer, right? So while I'm waiting, I'm going to go find something to do to go bless somebody else, right? Because 9 times out of 10, we found that, on average, that when you do something out of an act of love or service to somebody else, those feelings go away or they lighten up. You know what I'm saying? And I've lost, I have my KIA bracelets, my memorial bracelets that I wear. I have 6 of them. There's one of them right there, Mason Lewis, who was one of my really, really good friends at Fort Stewart. You can see my 3rd ID patch right there. And,
I know it.
and so I've lost, in the first year I was out of the Army, I lost double that to suicide. I lost 6 in combat. My first year out of the Army, I lost 12 to suicide.
Oh my goodness.
So that's really, and this next song is really about, it's about finding that journey, about finding that path. It's about finding everything. It's like finding a way to do it that works for you, because not the same thing works for everybody. Gardening doesn't work for everybody.
Find a way to live.
Exactly. But find that one thing that inspires you to grow.
Yes.
And get off your couch and stop eating Cheetos and drinking beer and playing video games, right? Get you out your front door and go do something. And that's, and Michelle Baxter's been saying that because she loves this song. But it's the title of my book. It's what inspired my nonprofit. It's all those things like that. And it's called A Warrior's Garden.
You got it, Michelle.
You might think my tears are weak. I don't give a damn. There are answers that I seek. Make me who I am. Every day the sun comes up, keeps me driving on. The battle did not end for me, 'cause I made it home. There are times my feet are tired, I must find my knees, and I call for resupply. Father, help me, please. There are 22 a day that choose not to survive, but I know inside of me something's still alive. In the garden where I lose myself, planting seeds of hope, a new life for myself. In the garden, watered with my tears, for all of those I've lost, all of those not here. In the garden, my warrior garden, my warrior garden. So you can find peace. It just takes some time. When you plant your thoughts of war, helps to clear your mind. In the garden where I lose myself, planting seeds of hope, new life for myself. In the garden, water with my tears, for all of those I've lost, all of those not here. In the garden, my warrior garden, my warrior garden.
Oh, beautiful. Amazing. Here comes Heather. There we are. Great job, Doc. Between Lori and showing the 22 a day and the chairs was it and then Doc playing at the same time. I'm losing my words. It was beautiful. Thank you for that. It was beautiful. That's the best word. I'm just like, it was just so beautiful. And then your song went right along, Doc. I knew because of knowing you, Warrior Garden. I knew with your trees there, Lori, representing in our fallen here. Here's his album cover. This is Doc with Malachi, and it's For Those That Remain.
Wow, look at
There.
that.
Those
Yeah.
are my actual patches too. So
Yeah.
here's the crazy thing. So the third ID patch on the left shoulder is my actual. That's actually from a photo of my uniform, and then the patch on the right side is from the 4th Brigade, 25th Infantry Division, which is the unit I was assigned to in Iraq. So those were the actual patches that I wore.
What an amazing cover.
Yeah. Doc, did you know that Adam went to 11 Bravo, was stationed at Fort Stewart, 3rd ID Infantry?
Whoa.
Yes. Yeah, we talked about that.
Yeah. Yeah. So those same patches, I'm looking and I'm going, yeah, I know what they are.
Well, and then the crazy thing is, Heather, my last deployment to Iraq in 2010, we were relieved by 4th ID.
Yeah, he was there right around that time. So I won't get into specifics, but yes, you were probably coming. What year did you say again, Doc? You left?
I retired from Fort Stewart. I was there from 2006 to 2014.
Okay. What about Iraq, though?
I was in Iraq 07 to 08 for 15 months, and then 2009 to 2010 for 13 months.
You were there at the same time.
Yeah.
So you were there when Adam was there.
I was at Cobb Spiker.
Yeah. Yeah. He was 3rd ID infantry kid. I'm like, kid, you know, they're still your kid, right? You're always the mom. The mom's always the mom, and the kid's always going to be the kid.
Yep.
No matter how old they get. So yeah, you like Heather knows this one because our boys are a lot alike. And Doc, you know this too. It's like you can't tell them what to do. Number one, they're old enough. Number two, they were proud to go serve, and my boy was a fighter, so I knew he'd be okay. You know, right, Heather?
Caleb was so eager to serve.
Yes.
Tell him no.
Yeah.
It's funny because he was like mad at me before I even had a chance to tell him no. Like, you can't join at 17, but he was just like, come on, Mom, you know, you can't stop me, you know. And I'm like, I know. I love that. I love your heart. I love your spirit. I just want you to like enjoy, you know, like your last year in high school and have that memory, you know.
Yes, we have. I mean, when we talk, it's interesting. Heather and I both. You do have a shout out here from Melissa. Hi, Melissa. Thank you for coming to the show, and Brandon Cooper as well. Brandon loves your song on Ranger Rockwave.
Oh, what's up, Brandon?
Yeah, it's Brandon.
It's my son's name.
Yep, Brandon Cooper. Thank you, Brandon, and Melissa for Heather. She shout out to you. There it is.
What's up, Melissa?
Right. Hi, Melissa. We have again Lori with Tree of Valor. We don't want to hold you up. Lori, if you're like, I need to go on this show, we're very organic and we love you. But we don't want to keep you because I know that I grabbed you at the last minute, but I really wanted to showcase Doc, and I really wanted Tree of Valor. When I started looking at it, I went, okay, and I'm writing a press release. It's almost done. I'm actually going to put Tree of Valor in it too. So
thank you.
I'll put something in there.
I would love if Doc if he has anybody he would like to add to these the chairs. We call this the Not Your Chair tribute. It actually has 23 chairs, and the 23rd chair is the one that was assigned, but a different sign is put there that says, this is not your chair. We're keeping you from sitting in it. So these chairs have, oh my gosh, almost 70, I think it's 75 pictures now. And so we actually have the veterans, and they did this at the last Hero Stock. they were in a line. The veterans were 22 veterans lined up and took pictures, and they each went to a chair and they saluted the chair. So I'm supposed to meet with Jason this week about how we want to do it this time. But the last time we didn't have any music in the background. It was just whatever was playing, which the veterans didn't even notice because it was like intense for them. But those of us who were watching were like, the next time we need to have music goes with this.
Coordinating.
So,
Yeah.
it takes several minutes to get through it because after you place the pictures, each veteran salutes the chair. But Doc, that would be an amazing song to be played because it'll take like a couple songs, but that would be such a relevant song to be played during that if that is something that you would allow us to do.
Yeah, we can do that.
Okay. I think that would just be, wow. Yeah.
Yeah, that fits perfectly. I've got the clip coming, and you're in it, Tree of Valor. So Wednesday, and tomorrow we're going to be doing something special. So, well, it's in there. I actually already got a sneak peek of what you're talking about. So it's amazing. So to educate myself further, in this one chair, you're including the veterans into that, right?
Yeah. So the 22 chair happens is every time we
The
go,
23rd.
Scott tries to design them a little bit different so that the parents, when they see the clip, they realize, oh, this is different.
Yeah.
They haven't seen my child in this one, right?
Yeah.
It's sometimes the same, but we try to make it somewhat different. But at the last talk, it was like a horseshoe, right? But the veterans come and they each take 2 or 3 pictures out of the basket. Then they walk up and they place the photos in a chair, and then they render a slow salute, and then they march back. Then 21 more veterans do the same thing. It is just something to see because those
so powerful.
Yeah, the pictures that don't fit on the chairs actually go on a tree. So then the whole line of veterans will salute the tree and all the trees that are there, because we don't want to forget about, the veterans like your sons, right? I mean, we have to remember everyone. And I'm very mindful of that because every loss matters.
Are you a military mom?
Yes.
You are, right?
Yes. I'm not a Gold Star mom.
Yes.
So that's how we got it started with our son.
That's right. Yeah. So wow, that's just incredible. And that's kind of how Tracy started. By giving back. When Adam was still here with us on this planet, she started advocating way back when. For our service members. And so I love that. It's what you're doing now.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for what you do. And thank you for honoring our fallen as well and our Gold Star families. We just want to have a connection. We don't have that physical connection anymore. When I see a uniform, it's very meaningful to me. It's an immediate memory and reminder of my son and his sacrifice. So thank you so much for what you do. And Doc, wow, incredible. Like, your music is incredible. I look forward to hearing more of your music and experiencing more of your songwriting. And I'm so excited.
Come to Hero Stock.
Yes.
I'm trying to get Heather.
Come to Hero Stock.
I am working on it, hon. I'm sorry?
Working on it.
Oh. Doc, did you just play at the VFW with Andrew Farr?
I did not. I did I played a Christmas thing for him last Christmas.
Okay.
Andrew Farr. So Andrew, it's funny to bring up Andrew. Andrew Farr is absolutely probably one of the greatest dudes I've ever met in my entire life. Like, I met him at the Marine Corps League state conference a few years ago, and it was amazing. Like we just clicked. Like, it was just we're both ordained ministers. Like, we mean everything. Like, he was Marine Corps infantry, I was Army infantry. Like, everything about it's just like we just click. You know, we're both in recovery, like all the things. Like he's amazing.
He's amazing. Yes, his dad is actually on the chairs.
Thank you so much for sharing
I
the
will,
Spartan
Brandon.
pledge.
I will, Brandon.
He's on board as well. Andrew is.
Oh no.
He's on the board.
He's on the Tree of Valor board. Yes. Yes.
Oh, I'm gonna have to talk about that because I didn't even know about it.
Yep.
Yeah,
We'll
we will.
In fact, he did the wedding for my son. Just got married a couple of weeks ago, about a week ago, and he did the wedding here at our farm.
Oh
wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, he's actually up Tennessee with trees. He has all these plans, and we're actually going to do a Marine Corps ball in Murfreesboro.
Oh, cool.
That's where I'm from. That's why I said MTSU for everybody listening out there.
Nice.
So, Lori, we need to connect big time. That Adam went to Smyrna Elementary, Doc. So, and Lori, if you looked at anything of Murfreesboro, it used to be Smyrna and Murfreesboro, and I remember it was small. It was not as big as it is right now. So he went to elementary school there. Adam did. And I say Two Step. So Sergeant Two Step is my son, and his name's Adam. So when you just said Murfreesboro, I went, oh my goodness. Yeah, we were in Murfreesboro, and then he was born in Davidson County, downtown Nashville. So he grew up crawling around the Grand Ole Opry floor. So music is something that is very passionate to me. And so is, ironically, the Christmas tree came into my life. There's a whole nother story about that. But with my son's passing and the timing of when I saw him, I could not take down my tree. So thank you so much for that. It is beautiful. Doc, we have Brandon Cooper who's saying stop by his booth at Heroes.
Oh, for sure.
Definitely.
I'll be everywhere. I'm a social butterfly.
Yeah, I mean, I am right now. Our volunteer coordinator, shout out to him, is Phil Cook out of Tennessee, where my great grandparents are. So Phil Cook does amazing woodwork. He's a veteran. So we probably will have our table there too. Patriots Inside the Wire and Fallen Heroes National Foundation and Gold Star Family Foundation are the two that we're representing. And then I've got one more I'm working on. So if not, I will definitely sit by you, Brandon, or you, Lori. You just let me know. I like to be put to work, to be really honest.
Oh, don't tell us that, because we want to make, this is a personal project for you. We want to make a Tennessee tree at that event. And we wanted to do a Missouri tree at the last event, but it was literally Amber and I. Two people.
Well, what do you need help with? Like more pictures or?
People to collect pictures of the veterans that day. And then we just shoot them over to the printer. We print them out on site and then put them, but we just have to have manpower.
Okay. So Lori, do a shout out of where people can send those pictures, please. Okay. Your website, is it treeofvalor.org? Is it .com?
Yep, treeofvalor.com. They can send.
There you go.
They can message it to on instant message,
Facebook.
But literally at the day at the event, we want to take, right? And especially
take the pictures physically and put them up. You're saying,
okay,
got it. Now I can't promise me if I get pulled over into this other area, but there's people coming. Don't worry about help. We will get help.
We'll have people there.
Sure. Oh yeah, we'll have people there. Between Doc's already there. I'll be there really soon. I'm not going to give. We're online right now on all kinds of stations, so I'm not going to give my exact location right now. But I'm not in Tennessee right now. And you're not either. But you've got my phone number, I believe, Lori. Shoot me a message, and we'll be sure to get that. Everybody out there listening right now, this is going to go into a podcast, so that's why I usually spell or list out things. So treeofvalor.com. Again, treeofvalor.com is where you can go to get the information.
Or .org.
Or .org. treeofvalor.org. Again, treeofvalor.org. My radio voice. Send us your pictures so that we can get those up on the trees there with Hero Stock coming to you August 3rd for Lebanon, Tennessee. You're going to have AC. You're going to have great food. You're going to have, this is civilians. This is patriots. This is Gold Star families. This is representing our first responders. You've got 10 veterans up on a stage. You know, you got Scotty Hastings in his story by itself is just unbelievable. There is so much that's going to be there. I don't think you'll have to worry about help, Lori. So between Doc and I, and we got a few others that live there in the Tennessee area. So I'm doing a shout out right now, and I know who you are and you know who I'm talking to when it comes to Tennessee. Please get in touch with me or just show up again to the Hero Stock event. And we will have a show coming on again this week. And we will have another show right before Hero Stock comes on, which is again August 3rd. Right now, you're on with Patriots Inside the Wire, which we represent all of that right there, as you can see on the screen. So every branch, our police, our fire, first responders. Doc is one of many. I just happen to know him extremely well. And I just, I do want to show you this real quick. So Heather and I work on a couple of things that we've got going on. You know, we're trying to get Texas to get some things in our areas. So there's some areas that have great camaraderie, and the Gold Star families are connected like to a wonderful group. There are other areas where unfortunately it's just not. And so our goal is to make this awareness and spread positive atmospheres so that the Gold Star families are welcomed to come in. We promise we're not going to cry and make you like not want to sing. We love your music. It's very fitting. But this is at Fort Hood, actually, right here. So you have Caleb and you have Sergeant Two-Step, but you have Joey there on the far left to mine. It would be on your right. This is the building up here. And so up here in Texas, we have yes, I say Fort Hood still.
Well, yeah. Fort Hood,
yeah. I say Fort Hood, but that room is just covered in pictures. And so we have events in Texas. And so Patriot Fest will be coming up, and some other things that we'll do. You mentioned Marine Ball. When you said that, I went, she's thinking what I'm thinking. So Heather and I are definitely on the same page when it comes to that, like bringing people together. Doc, I know Doc is one of those who reached out to me personally. That's a personal story right there. So having Doc there when I did, even though he was going to get surgery, literally, he definitely stepped up and was like, you know what? I'm not going to let a Gold Star mom come to town and not like say hi. So we appreciate you both so much. Lori, I will be in touch on the back channels. Doc, I'd like to ask you what you'd like to add for me for Hero Stock. You're representing right now.
Come watch the show. Come support it. Like, come be a part of it. Like, this is the first year that's not been just in one spot, right? Like they're going all over the place.
Yeah.
And it's going to be big. Like, and you know, honestly, like I follow a lot. Like, I have a playlist on Spotify that I created that's all veteran musicians, and it's every genre.
I love it.
It's every genre. It doesn't matter. It's hip hop. It's rock. It's country. All of it. I'll send you a copy, link to it, Heather.
Okay,
That'd be awesome. I would
love to be great.
It's got. I mean, it's got Soldier Hard. It's got Sabo. It's got me. It's got Steven Cochran. It's got Mike Corrado. It's got like Steven. It's got Sal Gonzalez, like Chris Turner. Like, I can't name everybody. There's so many.
You're
right?
doing
like,
a great
Derek
job,
Turner,
man.
And I really just felt like, and at this point I got to a point where I was like, there's so many veteran artists out there that are trying so hard to make music that makes a difference, right? It's not just about, they're not just about like getting famous or whatever. They're trying to make music to make a difference, right?
Yeah.
And so I got to a point where I was like, I don't even care, like, if you listen to it and it's like any good, right? I really don't. Like, I just want to put, if you're a veteran and you have it and it's on Spotify, I put you on my playlist. I don't care. Like,
and I want to say this,
that's enough right there. Like, you went out and you did it, right? You got up off the couch and you did something.
You're right.
So we added, we created this playlist called the Veteran Playlist. And it's all, but it's like, so I say all that to say that, like, when I look at the flyer, like, because, you know, I don't look at myself as like, I'm not like an A-lister, like, I'm not like the greatest, you know, musician in the world out there, whatever. But I look at this flyer with, you know, with Barbara Sim and Steven Cochran and Sal Gonzalez and Chris Turner and Scotty Hastings and Shannon Book and Mike Ponder, and you know what I mean? And I'm just like, this is like a who's who of veteran musicians.
I love it.
You know what I mean? I'm like, you know, I mean, Scotty Hastings, Shannon Book, Mike Ponder, Malachias, Rachel Harvey Hill, which I'm not familiar with her. I'm gonna have to look her up tonight. Like, but because I want to know everybody before I get there. Mike Corrado, Sal Gonzalez, Barbara. Like, I've played many shows with Barbara. She has been not. If you haven't heard her, she's so
Barbara
unique
Spence,
and she's so amazing. Chris Turner, like, it's going to be a outstanding event. Like, again,
it really is.
It's going to be country. It's going to be rock. It's going to be like it's just going to be. You're going to have a good time. You're going to find some healing. You're going to find a something to inspire you, hopefully, to get off your butt. And like you were saying, it's a free event, right? Just show up.
Yep. Well, it is
just
free. It is free to the public. But if you are a veteran, a first responder, Gold Star family, law enforcement, it's free. Otherwise, it's $10 general admission or $20 at the door.
I want to pack that. And honestly, like, and I hate to be that. I want to pack that place with so many veterans, first responders, and Gold Star family members that nobody else can get.
We're going to have to talk on the back channels there. And to do it, I'd love some help getting this out and getting more information out. Lori, Doc, Heather, as much as we can get it out. I do have it's up right now. So you've got headlining Scotty Hastings. There's the QR code. It will stay with the show. Yeah, it'll stay with the show, just so when the podcast goes out, everybody knows, because they won't see us visually. The show will stay up visually, but for those that are tuning in on Spotify, iHeart, other locations, Apple, we do have professional accounts going on at Heroes Media Group. Shout out to our man, Adam Bird. That Doc and I have so much in common between, So you got Adam Bird I work with, and that's Heroes Media Group, which is Doc's buddy right there. So talk about crazy. Look behind me right now, Doc. Like you and Fort Stewart and Third ID, it was just meant to be. I mean, so two-step, I'm supposed to be with y'all, and so you're my home. In here, I have to also bring up, you got Mike Coronado. Remember, my country between Texas and Tennessee, so if I mess this up, Mike Corrado, Sal Gonzalez, Barbara Sim, Chris Turner, Rachel, you mentioned Rachel Hill, Malachi is Doc, he's on tonight. You got Shannon Book, everybody. He is not country, he's got some rock. He'll bring that for you too. Scotty Hastings, Black River Entertainment. We want to say thank you to you and all that you're doing to help us promote this show, which is Hero Stock at the Farm Bureau Exhibition Center. And it is right off of Lebanon, Tennessee, 945 East. Does that say Vidor? 945 East Vidor Parkway, Lebanon, Tennessee. Hero Stock. It's coming on August 3rd. We've got QR codes. If you can't find it through here and you're watching this show, Hero Stock has their own website. You can go to their website at herostock.com, herostock.org. Simply go to Facebook and one of your social media platforms. They're everywhere there too. If you need to reach us, you can go to the show, Patriots Inside the Wire. Our email is listed. You can find and get a hold of me. I will be boots on the ground before August 3rd. I wanted to show this so everyone could see the different singers here. I do want to say something. Derek is coming in. So Derek Stoner will be on this right here. He's going to be part of our lineup. So shout out to Derek. I want to make sure he gets that attention too. Mike Ponder, I can't wait to see him. Hope I'm not forgetting anyone. Who am I forgetting here, Doc?
There's a band that got added.
Yes. Anyone else? Anyone else will be playing? Yes.
Yep.
That is Bree. Yes. And I have something special for you all before we close out here. But I wanted to make sure that everybody had this up in front of them for tickets. Your QR code is here, 3 p.m. to 10 p.m. Now, you know that's for us night people who love music and not early morning people.
I was very thankful. I work 6 p.m. to 6 a.m. So it was like, and it's on a day off. Like I get off that morning. Like, I need to get some sleep before I go. So I was actually texting with Jason today. I was like, hey dude, like what's the
thank you.
Like what's the list going to be? Like when do I go on? Cause this is he's like, oh dude, don't worry. It's just, and he showed me kind of gave me a sneak peek of what they're working on. I'm like, oh, that's perfect. Like I don't have to.
It is. Hero Stock 2023, August 3rd from 3 p.m. to 10 p.m. Got your tickets going, go to the website. Again, that's Hero Stock out of Lebanon, Tennessee at the Farm Bureau Exposition Center with a great lineup. Can't wait to hear you, Derek. Doc, I can't wait to get your playlist. I want to say something. Everyone out there listening, if you've got a musician, artist, veteran that you're listening to in this digital world that we live in, unless you add them to a playlist, there's no credit. So if you're going to just go listen, that doesn't help the artist. So if you're looking for a way to support a veteran, get his music, her music, and add it to your playlist. And then they get credit. So like our show. So find our show on multiple channels. That's Spotify as well, Apple, iHeart. Same place you'll find the music. Patriots Inside the Wire is there. Like, subscribe, and share. Add to a playlist. So it's easy to find. It's not that hard, right, Heather?
Absolutely. And if you are a veteran, first responder, if you'd like to be on our show, if you'd like to share your music vibe with us and with your community and be an inspiration for all, please let us know. And what an amazing show we've had.
It really is. I'm so grateful. I have something for you both. So Lori and Doc, I do have something for you. Again, check out Doc at malachiasmusic.com. Again, it's been scrolling, but while we'll be on a podcast tomorrow, it is www.malachiasmusic.com. Again, www.malachiasmusic.com. That is for our podcast listeners. And I'm trying not to crack up because Heather's going to make me laugh. It's good to laugh.
All right,
I have something.
Tracy, I have to say this. I have to put this invitation out. We so much want, and maybe Doc can help with this. YouTube definitely can help with this. We have this amazing space that we want to offer to veteran musicians that if they want to come here and sing or make music videos, like this is the place. If you want
would love to
video to come and walk through the trees and sing, but to come on like a Friday night or a Saturday night and sing. So we have this whole area even outside, right, that we want to like make into like a patio area and have people like this whole walkway here. See this? I don't know.
It's very beautiful.
So I hated to interrupt. I really wanted to get this.
No, I want you to interrupt.
Thank you, Lori. Thank you so much.
Because
we will. Again, yes. So Lori with Tree of Valor.
To do
treeofvalor.org, Lori. So it's treeofvalor.org. Please check that out, treeofvalor.org. They are looking for the pictures that will go out in Lebanon, Tennessee. The event is August 3rd for Hero Stock. I do have this for you. It is a surprise given to me to play because of Hero Stock and because of who it is. So Doc and Lori, let me see if you know who this is. And here we go.
Oh, say, can you see?
Oh, I knew that. That's bulletproof.
What so proudly we hailed at
Or
the
breathe.
twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight, o'er the ramparts we watch were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets regular, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Who was it?
Oh,
you know who that is?
Freestyle.
Yep, there she goes. Let me get her off here. That is a special She did that. She went into the studio. So you do know who that is?
Bree Steiner.
Bree?
You got it.
Yep. I heard her do
Yes.
the 21 gun salute in Nashville at it was at Kenny Rogers' farm. They did a Guitars for Vets like function, and I got to play and be a part of it, and Bree got to sing I think it was Bree got to sing the anthem for that.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it's amazing, right? So that was Bree Steiner. The band is Anyone Else. They will be at Hero Stock as well. She did it. She sent it in. And so one proud dad right now would be Jason Steiner, the president of Hero Stock. That's who that was. That was his daughter. So that will be here with this show forever. They did that. And Malachi has a list here for those that will be looking later. It will stay with the show here online. Right, Heather? So you can go. Oh, thank you, Michelle. I can't wait to meet you, Michelle. You have a lot of knowledge there. Thank you. Lori, it's been an absolute honor to have you on. I can't wait to meet you. You know how to find me. Doc, I don't know how many times I can say to you that you are such an inspiration and such a beautiful soul for the timing without giving anything else out of finding you and when we did. And it's just like meant to be. Just like Heather, she has a copy of Caleb's picture. I swear that wasn't planned.
Synchronicities.
I was like, wow, you've got to be kidding me. So thank you for that, Lori. Let me know what you need. And we will, like Doc said, I mean, we'll round up some people out there. Get them out.
Amber was making those funny faces before, because we hear people tell us this all the time. Oh my gosh, we're gonna have help for you. And that's why Amber was going, because it just doesn't happen, right?
Yeah. We'll get you somebody.
Like,
even if it's one person, we'll find somebody.
Like, literally laugh.
Yeah,
just hear it. And last time we had with all these people, there was one person. Thank you, Dustin, the videographer, photographer. He was a huge help, but everyone's just busy doing their own things. So we really don't, we try not to count on help, but it was literally just her and I, and thank goodness he came and helped us.
The curse of the nonprofit, right?
That's right. That's right. That's why she was laughing, because she was like, oh my God.
Well, we understand we don't
have promises.
Right? Same, like we don't have sponsors here. Nobody gets paid. There's no nothing. It's coming out of our pocket, right?
All
Heather?
the kindness and goodness of
everything that we do, we're trying our best to. So like Doc said, we will, if we can't, we can find one person. I mean, I know we can out there.
Sure.
We don't need a ton. We really don't, but one person, even one or two people, even it makes a difference for us.
So the call to answer is 1 to 2 people to help volunteer to put the pictures on the trees, please, on August 3rd in Tennessee.
Michelle Baxter, if you're coming, I'm going to challenge you to be the one to help out the tree.
Oh, Michelle, I didn't do it. She's been commenting all night. Yep. She says this. All right. She said, Danielle Detilio Rocco.
Yeah.
Does that make sense, Doc?
Yep. Yeah. You're good.
Okay.
You're good.
I like it when someone
Danielle's
tells
amazing.
me. You got it. So, Lori, it's been an absolute honor to have you. Doc, it has been amazing to see you. I will see you in person. I do want to say this. Remember Hero Stock. I do want to say that you do have Chris Turner and Sal Gonzalez playing at the Mockingbird Cafe in Franklin, Tennessee before the event. You also have Doc. We are going to do Stop 22. So Stop 22, Doc will play. I know Turner, and then there's going to be people in town. So this was the whole reasoning of, hey, wait a minute. We've got all these people coming. Let's also show them what you got going on, Doc, with the Stop 22 and the Roman Warriors Foundation. Heroes Den is open, right, Doc? Heroes Den
in Murfreesboro. This Thursday, the 25th, I'll be doing a Stop 22 event at the Tilted Mule in Columbia, Tennessee. Okay. And then you have, the 3rd, we have Hero Stock, and then I am in the moment right now working on trying to find a venue that'll let us put something together for the 4th, the day after,
right?
Where we can just maybe come in, sit down with some acoustic, and just everybody just kind of have fun.
You got it. What about Heroes Den, Doc?
I gotta talk with them and see if they're available.
Okay. Well, I'm calling it out right here. So, Brian, I talked to him just recently, so I knew about the opening, and it's also going to be a VFW location, so
Yeah.
that might work great. If not, recent, you'll find Doc at the Tilted Mule in Columbia, Tennessee. Special place in my heart there. We are glad to have you with us. This is Patriots Inside the Wire. You can find us at patriotsinsidethewire.com. We are going to roll out of here and say thank you for joining us, and can't wait to see you really soon, literally, at the event for Hero Stock. And I will also be at the Mockingbird Cafe for Chris Turner and Sal. Sal's playing with them, correct, Doc?
Yep.
Yes.
That's what I believe, yeah.
So we have both of those, and then we have Stock 22, but we have Hero Stock August 3rd. So we're going to keep this all organized and roll out on the show. I do have a request to show you this because it has Malachi there. And let me do this for you. And specific instructions on it. There you are. All right.
I didn't see anything.
We can't see anything.
Yeah, I know.
Okay.
I blame Heather.
I won't blame. There's no sense in blaming. You know what we're gonna do? Look, you're on a Monday night, Military Monday, and tonight we are grateful that we have had with us Tree of Valor. We have had Doc, you and your service to our country. We thank you for everything that you've done and everything that you continue to do. Lori, we thank you at Tree of Valor. And we say on patriotsinsidethewire.com, thank you so much. Here we go.
Thanks so much.
Thank you for watching another episode of Patriots Inside the Wire, hosted by Gold Star mom, Tracy Two-Step. Help us broaden our reach. Like, subscribe, and share.
Outside roots, so I'm my brother Two-Step.
Good night, everyone. Thank you.
Good night, everyone. Thanks so much. See you next Monday.
See ya.